Golden Gloves of Ontario returns here on TV Cogeco with bout number 7, Richard. And it's the red corner, Jimmy Freeman-Guy.
Jimmy Freeman-Guy and Brandon Smith from River City. These are two of the older established clubs in Ontario, and you're going to find out both of these boxers well poised. These are open fighters, and these are two very good boxers. You're going to see some nice stuff in the ring right now. Jimmy Guy Freeman is one of those boys from the Boone's Club. This guy barely backs up. He knows how to fight, knows when to fight. You see these guys, they're more poised, they're more relaxed, they look like pros. They're in there knowing how to work the jabs, knowing how to throw those punches, looking for the combinations to score. Both of these guys are good fighters.
Finding the mark was Jimmy Freeman-Guy there.
Yeah, Jimmy is a real classy kind of kid. He's a pinpoint puncher. You're going to find his punching accuracy is amazing. And Brandon Smith is one of those durable guys who has really good power. Both of these are open fighters, open class fighters. That means they've had more than 10 bouts already.
Well, the big difference I noticed right away is the elbows are in tighter to the body.
Yep. The poise, the movement in the ring seems a little bit better. No one gets too far away from each other. They're both always in striking distance. Although Jimmy has his hands a little bit low, he's inviting Brandon the mate to do something. Now, Jimmy's a quick athlete, too. You notice he fires punches from all angles. Very skilled Boone fighter.
Brandon Smith in the black tank top. Right now it's Jimmy Freeman-Guy who's looking to be the better fighter in this first round.
Well, it's funny. It looks like the bull and the matador in the ring right now. It looks like that Brandon is really trying to press a fight, move forward, but it's Jimmy who's backing up, controlling things, making him chase him around and run into stuff. Now that is poise and confidence in the ring.
So not a whole lot of scoring going on in that first round, but like I mentioned, it looks like Jimmy Freeman-Guy had it under control.
Oh, he certainly did. You'll see he's in there right now. His coach, Hank Boone, is leaning over the ropes talking to him. Another phenomenal story, a phenomenal human being, Mr. Boone. He contacted a while ago hepatitis and had to have a kidney transplant. And it's hard to get a donor and hard to get a match. Well, his match turned out to be his wife. And that turned out to save his life.
Wow.
So he owes big time. And across the ring right now you're seeing Tim Taylor from River City, a long-time coach here. Tim has produced a lot of high-profile athletes who've gone on to represent Canada in the Olympics. Both Tim and Hank have had great Olympic athletes represented Canada.
Round 2 action. Guy comes out, jabbing with the left.
Popping that jab in Brandon's face. Jimmy Guy in the red looked very poised. You can see, although it looks like his left hand is low, his right hand is always ready to protect his face. Great ring movement out of Jimmy, going in both directions, making Brandon chase him.
He's got a real focused look on his face.
Nice short left hook.
Jimmy Guy focused, but that kind of rattled him a little bit.
Yeah. And although Jimmy's throwing a lot of punches, you notice Brandon with his hands up high, it's really deflecting a lot of those, making it hard for Jimmy to land clean punches. But I'll tell you, even a clean punch or an unclean, even a punch that's deflected from one of these guys has a little bit of sting and snap on it.
165 pounds, the weight class.
Yeah. In the pro ranks, they both be middleweights.
Now a little bit of cat and mouse going on right now as Jimmy Guy circling the ring.
Jimmy's using the ring to his advantage right now, trying to keep Brandon at bay by footwork and then catching him with punches when they choose to exchange. Brandon landed a couple. Jimmy came back, landing a couple of his own.
Nice exchange here
Jimmy's
in the middle of round 2.
relying on great straight 1-2 combinations down the middle and 2-1s, which is a lead right hand followed by a left jab, or that left jab followed by that straight right hand. Right down the middle in straight lines every time Brandon wants to come in.
Little blood flowing from the nose of Brandon Smith. It looks like both fighters got some blood going on.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Brandon utilizing that jab hook combination because he knows that Jimmy's carrying that right hand a little low right now.
Good-looking fighters here.
Both of these guys are great-looking fighters.
Seventh bout of the night. And Jimmy Guy giving a little how are you to the audience here.
These boys are showmen. They're open fighters. They've been in the ring a few times, so they know what it's all about. Here's a peek at the replay. Jimmy landing those straight, long punches as Brandon tries to come in. You see the poise. Look at the stare on him. He's focused, zoning in on his opponent.
Just when you're up in the ring there making that presentation, Richard, I mentioned you're involved with a couple of youth centers up north a little bit.
Yeah, 4U2XL, Youth Development Centers. We run out there. We hold a horde of activities for kids. Some of our more notable programs are Adopt a Park programs and stuff. We get young kids who are trying to get their community hours service opportunities to do community things.
That's great. And, of course, Bobby Bland bringing boxing back to Ridgeway, Crystal Beach. And tonight, this is a real showcase.
And this is the third round underway. Jimmy landing uppercuts and hooks as Brandon tries to barrel in on him. Not very successfully. Jimmy once again using the ring to his advantage, using those quick feet of his and scoring punches as he moves.
Brandon Smith.
Brandon is a little more flat-footed of a fighter, needs to plant to drive. Jimmy is trying to keep Brandon off balance with movement and quick punches, and it seems to be working right now.
Looks like he has Smith a little bit confused.
Well, yeah, his movement left and right, never staying or never going in the same direction all the time, and always changing his punches around.
He's showboating a little bit in there.
Oh, he better be careful. Brandon's a little slouch. He showboat one too many times.
Ooh, there's a nice right hand by Jimmy.
Right hand by Jimmy.
Looks like Brandon Smith's just ready to tee off on this guy. He gets a couple in there.
Great exchange, but Jimmy comes back. It seems like right now, every time Brandon is able to land one good punch on Jimmy, Jimmy comes back with three. So,
Brandon Smith trying to.
Although this is an action-packed fight, I don't think it's going to be as difficult to score for the judges.
Smith trying to pin him against the ropes right now, Richard.
Oh, yeah, he wants to stop him. This movement is driving him nuts.
And
every time he thinks he has him, all he catches is leather and sees a shadow.
Oh, this time he caught him with a right hand.
Brandon caught him with a nice short right hand. Jimmy comes back with two rights of his own.
Jimmy just kind of toying with him.
Oh, a nice left hook by Jimmy, sweeping left hook. And another straight right hand by Jimmy. Brandon still closing the distance.
And tiring out Brandon Smith was Jimmy Freeman-Guy. And I think we'll both be in agreement that the red corner probably pulled that one out.
Yeah, I think the red corner did enough to show the judges who not only dominated but controlled the fight. And that's the key to boxing. Here we're going to see a little bit of that. Yes, you can see the movement of Jimmy. Although it looks like he's running, he's the guy who's able to land the punches. Get away without being hit. Oh, that time Brandon got him with a nice left hook.
So both boxers showing power in that bout. And Jimmy Freeman-Guy, yeah, he's a real showboater out there, but he can back it up, Richard.
Oh, yeah. He's much in the fashion of Muhammad Ali. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
It was Friday, April 13th, with the opening exercises with George Chavalu in attendance. The Golden Gloves tournament took place for the first time in 30 years in Ontario.
As I mentioned.
It was also Troy Ross, Cynthia Vanderpool, Chris Johnson, Ray Olabaldi, and Mike Post. Special thanks goes out to everybody for kicking this off yesterday. Thank you guys very much.
Great weekend of boxing here at the Crystal Ridge Community Center. And a pretty nice venue. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but this seems like a great facility for boxing.
This is a great facility to house boxing in. People are just loving it. And tomorrow when the finals go off here, boy, it's going to be rocking.
A lot of these guys come out at a cost out of their own pocket to
And medals on the line tonight. TV Kojiko. It's been a while that boxing's made an appearance here on TV Kojiko, and who knows, maybe we'll have a few more shows coming up now that we've got it rocking again.
Well, now that we got it rocking again, we're really happy to have TV Kojiko out here showing the development of the young athletes in the Ontario region for boxing. And this is what they need. They're the kind of exposure they need. It's great that all the sports out here get exposure, hockey and everything. That Kojiko has committed themselves a few times to boxing, and we love that. We're greatly appreciative. We're just getting ready to have a decision. We got a young lady in the ring presenting the trophies, Miss Sherry Boone, who does an unbelievable amount of work with this association.
There it is.
Well, I guess that's no surprise to us, but it was a very good match.
Jimmy Freeman-Guy, we're going to have to come up with a nickname for this young fella. I think we'll be seeing more of Jimmy Freeman-Guy pretty soon.
Oh, yes. He's been around for a while. You know he's going to be around for a while longer. This is the kind of athlete that you want to watch, develop, and one day you'll be watching out there, and he'll be representing us in a big Maple Leaf jersey.
So let's take a break here on TV Kojiko, Richard, and we'll be right back with more great boxing action.